Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Empress Imani. What's good? And I am back and I'm so happy to be back filming some content. Today we're having a serious discussion and I have to make a disclaimer because obviously you guys know what this video is going to be about. I must say if you are watching this video right now and you have any ill intentions or you intend on being disrespectful in the comments, just go ahead, click out of this video. I mean, regardless if somebody still decides to not listen to that disclaimer and chooses to still be disrespectful towards by Black women, then your comment will be deleted immediately. But this video is supposed to be informative and constructive, and I don't want any hate. I did film a video like this years ago on why Black women should not wear Eurocentric hair or weaves, period. And it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to as far as the comments. There were a lot of people who were respectful and did agree, and we had conversations in the comments, but there were also a lot of people who took that opportunity to bash Black women, and that's not the goal here, okay? So I just had to say that first before we get into this video. Obviously, we're talking about Eurocentric weaves, wigs, etc., and why you as a Black woman should, or as a collective Black women in general, we should let that go right now, ASAP, okay? I know a lot of women's arguments are, oh, it's not okay to tell people what to do with their hair, or we shouldn't be telling people what to do. I don't necessarily agree with that because it's just allowing, it's an excuse, really. And at the end of the day, if you don't feel comfortable wearing your natural hair, if it's short, you can wear weaves, but let it be your texture. And this is the thing that I don't understand when it comes to these arguments and these discussions, is because why are we fighting so hard and making so many excuses as to why we should be able to wear Eurocentric weaves? It doesn't make any sense to me. And this is coming from somebody who used to wear them myself. You know, I was an avid wig wearer. And my argument used to be because it's fun, it's nice to change up my hair, which I get it, it is fun, you know, to change up your hair. I love changing up my hair. I have locks now and I still change my hair so many times. This is a new color. I love changing my hair, I get it. But we can still wear different hairstyles with our hair texture. And this is the thing that I'm trying to get to, because it's very important, and you don't realize the self-hate that comes with wearing other people's hair textures. Even if you don't realize that you're practicing self-hate, because in your mind it's like, oh well, I'm just, you know, it's not that I don't hate, or it's not that I don't love my natural hair, I just like to do different things with my hair and it's fun styling wigs. You may not see it as an issue in the beginning or just like at the forefront of it, but in the reality it's an issue and it's a sickness, and we wouldn't even be wearing wigs or weaves that don't match our hair texture if it wasn't because of racism. And that's why I have a lot of grace too with my Black woman that wear these kinds of hair textures, because I understand, you know, and I get it. And a lot of the times growing up, we're not taught to wear our natural hair, or to even love our natural hair. And, or like for me, for example, my mom permed my hair. I was permed for as long as I can remember, up until middle school, and then I was forced to learn my own hair, which is another discussion that I want to talk about. But yeah, I was permed for the longest. Let's just talk about perms real quick, actually, because that's another issue in itself. And even now, we know there are white people who have made announcements on the news about the cancer-causing ingredients that are in perms.
Roughly 90% of Black women have used relaxers at some point in their lives to chemically straighten their hair. For many, it's something they started doing when they were children. New reporting in the New York Times Magazine highlights the severe and often unknown health risks these products can pose. Chemicals in multiple mainstream hair relaxers sold in the U.S. have been linked to reproductive disorders, infertility, and cancers. Despite these threats, the products are largely unregulated and aggressively marketed towards Black women and girls.
As if they never knew about it, which I'm pretty sure they knew the damages relaxers do to the body and to the hair in general, you know? But they're coming out now publicly saying that these are cancer causing, and I'm still seeing a lot of Black women using these perms. I don't get it. And it's so sad to visibly see the self-hate run so deep within our people that you can put the truth in front of their face and it does not matter. And it's really sad. And I want us to wake up and wake each other up. If you see somebody, you know, that you love or that you care about, really have a serious conversation, something that's not shameful, because that's not the point. We want to encourage our people. We want to uplift each other. You know, we shouldn't be shaming each other. And especially because these issues that we have when it comes to our self-love is not necessarily our fault, you know, but it is our duty to unlearn these things and to go back to our pride, our Black pride. I just really want people to really wake up and realize what they're doing to themselves and what message they're putting out to the world for other people that view us. And we can't expect other people to take us seriously, other races to take us seriously, if we don't even take ourselves seriously. We don't love or respect ourselves. And that's the biggest issue in the world right now to this day, is that the Black people as a whole, not as a whole because I know it's not all of us, but you know, in the main media and the mainstream, we're not being presented in our rightful way. Like, we are looking terrible. And I think that just all starts with self-love, and not for women. I'm speaking on with the weaves and wigs and the perm, the relaxers. That's something we need to stop ASAP. There should be no question about it. And if you do need help, or my tip would be to, if you're not comfortable wearing your natural hair in its natural state, then wear a wig that is close to your hair texture. There's a lot of hairstyles, there's a lot of Black hairstyles that are involved with 4C hair, like Kanekalon hair if you want to do braids, or there are wigs nowadays with 4C edges or just kinky hair textures. They exist. We're just not partaking in them you know, there are women that are not choosing to partake in those hair textures. And I think we need to start taking it more seriously. Start off with wearing weaves and wigs that have your hair texture, and then slowly get into your own natural hair. If it's not easy for you to just let go of the weaves and wigs, because trust me, I get it. Sometimes you have to really, you know, warm yourself up to it, especially if you have been neglecting your hair and you don't necessarily understand how to take care of it. The good thing now is that we have a lot of information out there, so that if you are a young Black girl watching this video and you don't know how to take care of your thick 4C hair, there's a lot of content that can help teach you how to do so. And we have a lot more good, healthy products to use on our hair as well to help maintain our texture. So we should take this time of the internet to use it to our advantage to learn more about our hair and how to take care of it. So I just feel like there isn't an excuse anymore, and I want us to really stand strong with who we are as Black people and as Black women. Because first of all, let me just say this too, and this conversation is going around a lot now, I realize, but when it comes to like Black pretty privilege, our natural hair is our pretty privilege. And even when I look back at the times where I've worn Eurocentric hair, I look at myself then and the times where I was rocking my natural hair, whether it was short or locks or long. My natural hair, I felt like on the outside and on the inside, I always felt more confident wearing my natural hair than I did wearing weaves. It looks better on us. I mean, obviously, it's our God-given hair texture. It looks better on us. We look more attractive, and just our natural beauty is undeniably beautiful. So if we lean more into that, then you will feel more confident as a Black woman than you would wearing a wig that's straight or Brazilian or whatever it is that you're wearing, you know? And it's a fact. It is a fact. People think that men don't approach Black women who rock their natural hair, and I think that narrative needs to be deaded because it's not true. I know for a fact that the type of man that you do attract when you rock your natural hair is a higher caliber of man, because you're attracting somebody who sees you for your natural beauty and who loves your natural beauty way more than a man who's coming to you, who's attracted to you in a state of you not being yourself. So don't think that wearing a natural hair is gonna cause for you to be single or have men not be attracted to you. And if that's the case, the men that aren't attracted to your natural hair and your natural beauty, they shouldn't be in your life anyways, because why wouldn't you want somebody who loves you for who you are, for your God-given beauty, you know? And it started raining, so I hope I really hope you guys can hear me. I'm using my mic for my phone, but yeah, our natural hair is our pretty privilege, and we just need to start leaning into that more. Like, there was a point in time where our hair was a statement, and it still is. I feel like our hair will always be a statement because it's beautiful. It defies gravity. It's so unique. You know, like, nobody's hair can just lock up like this, like on its own. Like, our hair does this naturally. Our hair it grows big, it grows to the sun. Like, it's so freaking beautiful in every stage, whether it's short or long. And I don't believe that your natural hair has to be long for it to be worthy. And you shouldn't allow anyone to make you feel such anyway, you know, because short hair is beautiful. I feel like short hair, especially, I get that some hairstyles are not for everybody, but I always felt like short hair, it accentuates your beautiful face. You know, that's kind of why I've always loved short hair. I've had short hair for a long time in my life. I've had buzz cut, I've had just like a short little fro, and I've loved it. Like, it's so beautiful. But yeah, that's besides the point. What was I saying? Yeah, whatever length your natural hair is, whether it's short, whether it's long, if you are permed and you're watching this, start transitioning today. Don't put a perm in your hair again. Please, I'm begging you. Why are you taking the risk of cancer and damaging your curls for the sake of a look? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. And your hair is so much more beautiful in its natural state than it is permed. Even with this whole heat trained natural hair, stop that as well, because there's no such thing as heat trained natural hair. If you're straightening your hair all the time, whether you're using a heat protectant, whether you're deep conditioning your hair, you are damaging your curls. So regardless of the fact, I'm not against, straight hairstyles if it's your natural hair, because at the end of the day, our hair is versatile. We can straighten it occasionally. I think it should be done occasionally, not as a permanent style, because that's not how our hair is meant to be. But I get it. It's fun to switch it up, So if you have your natural hair and you want to get a silk press occasionally, I think that's more than fine. Because we can do that. Like, our hair can be curly and kinky, and then we can straighten it if we want. We're literally the only race that can do that naturally, right? Except for the straightening. The straightening is not natural. You don't realize that when you are, this is going back to what I was saying earlier. When you are wearing weaves and wigs that are not your hair texture, subconsciously, you're telling yourself, whether you realize it or not, you're telling yourself that you're not attractive with your natural hair. And then if you wear those wigs and weaves so often, you get used to it and you don't feel confident anymore in your natural state. And that's another huge issue that comes with wearing these wigs and weaves that are not your hair texture. If you're constantly hiding, and that's so funny, because that even goes with the lash extensions, because it was happening to me and I didn't even realize it, because there was a point in time where I was wearing lash extensions and I would keep up with it as my maintenance, quote unquote. I would get fillings and, blah, blah, blah. If you wear lashes, you know how it goes. But the moment where I just it was no, let me just give my eyes a break. The moment they all came off, I was looking in the mirror like, what am I, who am I? Why do I look so weird? And that's not okay. And that moment was for me, a no-go, because I do not like feeling ugly in my natural state, because I understand that I'm not ugly. That's just what happens psychologically when you're hiding yourself for such a long period of time. You get used to that instead of how you are naturally. And that does the same thing when you wear these non-textured wigs and weaves. It does the same thing, whether you realize it or not. And you just feel like you have to always do something with your hair. It's such a bad cycle that we need to get out of. And oh my gosh, just think about it. Just think about it. If you've seen more Black women rocking their natural hair out in the open, we would be showstoppers. Not even just saying that, to big us up, but it's true. Our hair is so unique. We are unique as a people. And why wouldn't you want to showcase that and show that off? Show off your natural hair. It's something to look at. It makes people turn heads, especially the bigger the fro, but all hair lengths and sizes are beautiful. But natural hair is just something that I want us as Black women to start embracing more from this day. It needs to be, honestly, a revolution. And then not only that, oh my gosh, the wave and wig industry is not normal. The way that they get these weaves are not done in a kind way. Half of the time, the people that they're getting these wigs and weaves from are from low class people. They don't even pay them nowhere near the amount that they're selling it for. And it's just a sick industry, because they know how much money we spend on it. And again, the money, it's ridiculous. The amount of money that I used to spend on wigs and weaves is crazy. I used to do my own hair too. Imagine the people that buy these wigs and weaves and go to the hairdresser. And you know how much these hairdressers be charging nowadays. It's crazy. So imagine all the money you could be putting into your pocket into other things that are more beneficial than some non-textured hair. Like, it's crazy, you know? That's another thing too. You won't support the terrible system, and you're not. Hair holds energy, you know? A lot of the time, these women that are getting rid of their long hair, they don't want to. They love their hair, you know? But they're doing it because, like I said, they're getting it from these low-class families that need the money that is not even worth taking, because they're not giving them a lot, right? But it's more than enough for them for what they need. So it's the hair that you're receiving doesn't even hold good energy. Like, they're not saying that there aren't people who willingly donate either. I understand that too, but for the most part, you just don't know. So why would you even want to go through that process anyways and support that, you know? These are just things to think about, but I really want us from here on out, like, I want us to start changing things. We need to start moving forward when it comes to our Black pride and our Black love and our self-love as Black women, Black men too, but I'm not going to speak on the Black men because I'm not a Black man. But, you know, I'm talking about, you know, for my girls. This video is for us. And again, this video, I don't want it to come off as me bashing you. I just really want us to have a serious, real, honest conversation. And I was there too, you know, and I wasn't the type of girl who wore wreaths because I felt insecure about my natural hair. I would always still rock my natural hair. But at the end of the day, because I was wearing weaves and wigs, it still subconsciously contributed to self-hate. And until one day I was just like, I'm over this. I do not want to participate in wearing these hairstyles anymore. And I was just done. And now I will never ever put another texture of hair in my head again. I'm only rocking 4C hair and 4C hairstyles. If I do ever, you know, not have locks again, because I don't know if that's the case. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it is received well. Again, if you're going to say something ignorant or disrespectful about Black women, then your comment's gonna get deleted. This is supposed to be constructive. We're supposed to be uplifting each other, and that's the point of this video. I want to make a stand. I want us to start standing up for ourselves and to start slipping away from the self-hate, you know, and to start embracing our natural beauty, our God-given natural beauty. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.
This brother here, myself, all of us, were born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this. The reason for it, you might say, is like a new awareness among Black people that their own natural appearance, physical appearance, is beautiful. Black people are aware now. They're proud of it. It's pleasing to them. Dig it? Isn't it beautiful? All right.
You gotta get rid of poverty. I got to stay